All right, Max, let's move into some baseball now.
Yeah.
And saving baseball for last today. It's definitely the meat and potatoes here. We got a few things to talk about, but we got the
Mhm.
All-Star game coming up. The
Mhm.
rosters were just announced. Max, do you want to run through the batting, the
Yeah.
hitters for the American League?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, first of all, the baseball All-Star game I think is underrated. It's quite a competition between it's not just a home run. Well, first of all, the home run also first of all, the home run derby, that is one of the most exciting thing in sports. I love the baseball home run derby. We're still trying to figure out who's actually going to play in that, so maybe we'll talk about that next podcast. Uh, but the All Star game in the MLB, it is just straight competition. The guys that are pitching, they don't want anyone to hit the ball. Obviously, it's not like the commissioner saying, "Oh, okay, let Shohei Ohtani hit a home run." No, no, no,
Right.
no, no. No, whoever's on the mound is like, I'm going to strike this batter out with all I got, and then vice versa. And the batter's like, I want to hit the shit out of this ball. So it's some great competition. Okay, but yeah, let's start naming off some of the rosters. So in the American League, the elected starters, starting at catcher, is Jonah Heim of Texas. First base, Yandy Diaz of Tampa Bay. Second base, Marcus Semien of Texas. At third base, Josh Young of Texas. At shortstop, Corey Seager of Texas. Are you serious? All these Texas players. Unbelievable. Uh, now, in the outfield, we do have Mike Trout of the Los Angeles Angels, but he has an asterisk next to his name. That makes me believe that he got voted in, but he might not be playing. So that we will
Broke his
see.
wrist.
Oh, he broke his wrist. Okay, nice call on that. So someone will be filling his
It's
slot. I
limpy.
have I have I have a great person to fit into his spot, which we'll talk about in a second. Uh, Outfielder Randy Arenzarena of Tampa Bay, great player. Outfield Aaron Judge got voted in with the New York Yankees, but he also has an asterisk. I believe he is also hurt, so he will not be playing in the All Star game. And then finally, Shohei Ohtani will be your DH for the Los Angeles Angels. That is your starting lineup. Should I talk about the reserves, or do you want to say something about the starters, Go Breezy?
Uh, Great starting lineup there.
Mm-hmm.
I go ahead.
Yeah, reserves. Okay. Moving on to the reserves. At catcher, Salvador Perez of Kansas City. Another catcher, Adley Rushman of Baltimore. One of the infielders, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Vladdy of Toronto. Whit Merrifield, also for Toronto. Bo Bichette, also for Toronto. Jose Ramirez of Cleveland, best player on Cleveland, no doubt. Wander Franco of Tampa Bay. Going to the outfield, Luis Robert Jr. of the Chicago White Sox. He is their best player, no doubt about it. Austin Hayes. Okay, Austin Hayes of Baltimore makes it. He's had a good season. He's batting over I want to say 315 right now. Yordan Alvarez of Houston. We've talked about this plenty of times throughout the podcast that he is Houston's best player, but he is hurt. So he'll be back after the All-Star break. He made the All-Star team, but he won't be playing. Outfielder Adolis Garcia of Texas. I keep on saying that I believe that he could be a top 5 MVP, Cole Breezy, because of what he's doing this year. I think that he should slide in for Mike Trout or Aaron Judge if for the starters in this year's competition. Moving on to Kyle Tucker of Houston, Julio Rodriguez of Seattle, and then the DH Brent Rooker of Oakland. That is your only Oakland that you're going to see because Oakland blows
Sucks.
blows. so, so that is your batters here for the All Star team
For the American League, yes,
or the
sir.
American League. Sorry, the American League. Yes.
Real quickly, to lead the American League was the Rangers with 6 players
Yeah.
overall, 4 of them starters, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had Nathan Eovaldi getting his second All-Star appearance. Tampa Bay Rays, that they've been having the best record all year. They had 4 All-Stars, 2 of them starters, in Yandy Diaz and Randy Rosarena.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto Blue Jays also had 4 guys, and 3 of them reserves with Vladdy, Whit Merrifield, and Bo Bichette, along with Kevin Gausman as a pitcher. This is Toronto's 3rd straight year of sending 4 guys to the All-Star game.
Wow.
3 straight years of 4 guys from Toronto.
I believe it's all of those guys too. Bo Bichette, Vladdy, and not
Whit
Witz. Who's the other guy?
Kevin Gausman, Whit Merrifield.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Baltimore also had 4 All-Stars, 2 of them reserves and Rushman and Hayes, and then 2 relievers in Felix Batista and Yennier Cano. And all 4 of those guys are first-time All-Stars. The Houston Astros have 3 All-Stars, 2 of them reserves, and Yordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker. And then Framber Valdez, our guy we talked about here recently with his 2nd straight All-Star appearance. Seattle sent 3 All-Stars, Julio Rodriguez, 2nd straight, along with 2 pitchers, Luis Castillo and George Kirby with his first All-Star appearance.
George Kirby, a second-year player. Good for him.
And last team here we want to touch on from the AL are the LA Angels. Our guy Shohei Ohtani was selected as both a pitcher and a hitter. And then Mike Trout, franchise record 11th appearance. He trails only Miggy Cabrera among active players with most All-Star game appearances. Obviously won't play, but Max, finish us here with the AL pitchers.
Sure. A few names Coparizzi has already stated, but I'm just going to name it right off the list. So, yes, once again, we have Shohei Ohtani. We have Garrett. Yeah, Ohtani, the best player in the game. Garrett Cole of the New York Yankees. Luis Castillo of Seattle. Sonny Gray is back on the All-Star team playing for Minnesota. Nathan Eovaldi of Texas. Kevin Gausman of Toronto. Shane McClanahan, who has an asterisk, so he more than likely will not be playing. Framber Valdez, Michael Lorenzen of Detroit, and George Kirby of Seattle. And then as far as the relievers go, we have Kenley Jansen is back for Boston, Emmanuel Clace for Cleveland, Felix Bautista from Baltimore, and Yennier Cano of Baltimore. 2 Baltimore relievers. That's pretty big. That's big time.
Yeah, like we said, 4 Orioles at the All-Star game this year. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Max, can you tell us the batting order for the National League?
Will do. All right. So the starters, and there's no asterisks. Okay, this is set in stone. They're in there. All right. Starting at catcher is Sean Murphy of Atlanta. At first base, we have Freddie Freeman of the Los Angeles Dodgers. At second base, we have Luis Arias of Miami. Third base, we have Nolan Arenado of St. Louis. Shortstop, we have Orlando Arcia of Atlanta. Outfield, we have Ronald Acuna Jr. of Atlanta. Outfielder Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Outfielder Corbin Carroll of Arizona. And the designated hitter, hey, J.D. Martinez of the Los Angeles Dodgers is back.
Still getting it done, JD. How about that?
Yeah, he's still getting it done. Go ahead.
3 starters from the Braves and the Dodgers. They're definitely the 2 top teams in the NL. Can you give me the reserves from the National League?
Yes. The reserves, we have catcher Will Smith of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Catcher Ellis Diaz of Colorado. Going to some... Yeah, okay. Is that the only Rocky? That's looking like it.
Yeah.
Infielders, we have Matt Olson of Atlanta. We have Ozzie Albies of Atlanta. Austin Riley of Atlanta. Dansby Swanson for Chicago. I'm so excited to see him there. Pete Alonso of the New York Mets. Lourdes Gurriel, going to the outfield, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. of Arizona. Nick Castellanos, I think I got it right, Philadelphia. Juan Soto of San Diego, and batting at DH, I was not expecting this, Jorge Soler of Miami.
Yeah, good for Miami getting 2 guys in there.
Yeah.
Those are some solid names there, Max.
Yeah.
Let's hit those pitchers real quick.
Yeah, let's talk the pitchers. We have Zach Gallen of Arizona. We have Spencer. Yeah, he's good. We have Spencer Strider of Atlanta. We have Bryce Elder of Atlanta. Is he a rookie? I want to say he's a rookie. Yeah,
believe so.
We have, hey, my guy Justin Steele of Chicago. Hell yeah.
Woo!
Hell yeah. He's having a great season. We have Mitch Keller in Pittsburgh. He's having an amazing season as well. Josiah Gray of Washington. We have Clayton Kershaw of the Los Angeles Dodgers again, but he has an asterisk. He will not be playing in the All-Star game. And then, hey, let's bring on one more Cub, shall we? Marcus Stroman, well earned of the Chicago Cubs. He's having a career year. All right.
Yeah,
So those are the starting pitchers. Should I knock out the relievers real quick?
knock him out.
We have Alexis Diaz of Cincinnati, Josh Hader of San Diego, Devin Williams of Milwaukee, Camilo Doval of San Francisco, and David Bednar of Pittsburgh. That is your 2023 All-Star rosters.
That's a hell of a National League roster, Max. Let's look into a couple teams here. The Atlanta Braves led the league with most All-Stars. They had 8 All-Stars.
Wow.
Now the Rangers had 4 starters. Braves only have 3, but 8 total All-Stars. Oh my goodness! Did they tied the most? They tied the record for most All-Stars from a National League club from with the Cubs from 2008.
Hey, I remember that team. I remember
8 All-Stars. Moving on, the Dodgers sent 5 guys to Seattle. 3 starters: Freddie Freeman making his 7th appearance, Mookie Betts making his 7th appearance, and JD Martinez making his 6th.
Nice.
And then, like we said, Clayton Kershaw is going to be there. He's going to be hurt. But LA Dodgers franchise best 10th All-Star appearance from Clayton Kershaw.
Awesome.
Arizona sent 3 guys. Corbin Carroll, first rookie All-Star in Arizona history.
Nice.
Lourdes Gurriel is a reserve, and my guy Zach Gallen, all first-time All-Stars.
Good for them.
And then your Cubbies, the Chicago Cubs, somehow sent 3 All-Stars to Seattle. They got a reserve in Dansby Swanson, second straight for him. And then, like we said, Justin Steele and Marcus Stroman on the mound. 2 pitchers. Max, anything on your Cubs?
Justin Steele or Marcus Stroman are dominating on the mound. They're dominating. Okay, when they're out there, you expect to win. It's that they're that good this season. So it's well earned, well deserved. I'm so happy to see some Cubs players that we didn't get in like Oakland. You know how Oakland's like, oh, we just gotta give them one All-Star. We'll toss in Rooker. You know, it's no offense to Rooker, sorry man, but no, our Cub All-Stars, they earned it. Okay, so go Cubbies. You're still in it. We're still in it. So
yeah, still in it somehow.
It's hard to believe, yeah.